James Watson is one of the co-discoverers of DNA. In fact, he was one of the people who discovered DNA structure, and of course that is a very important foundation of the scientific field. Well, recently he made it known to everyone that he will be auctioning off his Nobel Prize because he is broke. Now, why is he broke? What happened? Why is he auctioning off this very, very important prize? Well, it turns out that in the past, he made a few racist comments about black people, and now people refuse to hire him as a result. Let me give you the specific examples according to Raw Story. In a 2007 interview with the Sunday Times, Watson claimed that he was inherently gloomy about the prospect of Africa because, quote, all our social policies are based on the fact that their intelligence is the same as ours, whereas all the testing says not really.
Oh,
he continues,
God.
I know, he continues. Moreover, while he admitted that everyone wants to believe that all races are born with equal intelligence, anyone who has to deal with black employees finds this not true. Okay. So he doesn't understand why people don't want to hire him now, and he doesn't have any income, and so he has to auction off his Nobel Prize. So wow.
Oy.
So how much?
I loved you on Tales from the Crypt, by the way.
How much is he expected to get for his Nobel Prize? $3.5 million.
Wow.
In fact, the reserve is $2.5 million, and apparently the auction house is arguing that he will definitely meet the reserve.
But I don't really understand being able to auction off a prize. It's like, so what? You bought it. You didn't earn it. Nobody. It's like you can't sell an Emmy or an Oscar. I didn't get it just because I stole it from somebody and they're out of their car.
Rich people. I don't know.
Here's my favorite part of this whole story. He's supposed to be super smart, right? Okay, so he was quoted as saying, and I'm just taking the end, where he says, and science finds not really. Is not really a technical term?
I guess so.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, he's smarter than me. He's the one who found DNA structure.
Right.
Now, I'm sure he apologized for this, right? Well, let me give you his apology. He apologized for his remarks, saying that he was not a racist in a conventional way, and that the journalist interviewing him somehow wrote that I'm worried about people in Africa because of their low IQ, and you're not supposed to say that. Wow, that's quite an apology. James Watson, congratulations. You seem like a really bright guy.
Isn't that also bad? Isn't that a Brad Paisley song, The Accidental Racist? That's a song, right? So maybe it's now dedicated to this guy, Mr. Watson.
Oh my gosh.
That was such a non-apology.
That was
hilarious.
like the top non-apology of the century.
And I mean, if you want to hire him, go ahead and hire him. But seeing as how he said horrible things about African American employees, I certainly wouldn't put him in middle management to oversee anybody. But that's just me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible how I think this is a perfect example of how people are usually a mixed bag, right?
Yeah.
Like you might be really intelligent, you might be really smart, you might have skills and talents that are important for a specific field, but at the same time, you can be an absolute idiot when it comes to other things.
Yeah. And this is like, use this power for good or evil. If he understands DNA better than the rest of us, he can start doing horrible things or withholding things or doing little, alchemy because he thinks, well, this race isn't super smart and this race is kind of smart. I know DNA structure.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty like Mr. Burnsy. I don't like it.
That's actually a really great point. I mean, we use scientific evidence in order to explain the world around us. And if you have a scientist who's going to possibly pawn off non-science as real science, it could have a really bad effect on society. So,
especially when they're throwing around hardcore science terms like not really. He's an idiot. Thanks though for the DNA.
Yeah.